introduced to Helen Zeida, a social care coach who helps managers avoid burnout and stay in their jobs that they love. Her unique approach goes beyond regular well-being and resilience to get to the heart of what really causes burnout. With a practical toolkit, she coaches managers to gain the mindset, strategies, and skills to stay safe and strong forever. She knows the pressures of responsible roles, having spent 25 years in the sector, leading teams in the residential services and the national youth personal development programs, and delivering training to raise the quality of support for everyone. 15 years ago, she trained as a professional coach and in NLP, neuroscience, and mind-body techniques to discover the secret of doing challenging work sustainably. Through leadership programs, her new Share the Load course, and her dynamic empowerment workshops that include firewalking, we're doing that at lunchtime, Helen is dedicated to helping big-hearted leaders make the world a better place without carrying it all on their shoulders. And we need all of that. Welcome to the stage, Helen.
It was a dark, wintry evening, 2008. I was in my car, doing the white knuckle ride from work to the nursery. I was late again. And suddenly, my head hit the steering wheel. My car had crashed into the car in front. The first thought that I had was, I'm not going to make it. To the nursery again, I'm going to get fined again. I was single-handedly refurbishing the soft play area, one fine at a time. The second thought that went through my head was my work. I'd had this pile of paperwork on the passenger seat that was now spread all over the inside of the car. My heart sank at the thought of having to sort all of that lot out. And the third thought that went through my head was, the people in front, are they okay? Luckily, they were. But do you notice that there's one person who didn't feature in any of those thoughts? Who was that? It was me. I was used to putting myself last at the bottom of the pile. Anyone relate to that a little bit? After everything else. I didn't realize how stressed, how worn out, how exhausted I had got myself. I wasn't safe. And I was pregnant. Now, this is common in my sector. Not being pregnant, but actually, well, but burnout. That's the part that is so difficult at the moment for so many people in social care. Excuse me a moment. Hi, everyone. I'm Helen. Nice to meet you. What was my job? Okay, I was a residential home manager. I was switched on 24/7, ready to take action. There's an epidemic of burnout in social care. Next one, please. 77% of people in the sector say that they are burnt out. What does that mean? What it means is that some people are leaving, and they're putting even more stress on the people that are left behind. Some people are losing their health, and that's really hard to come back from when you burn out properly, when it's proper burnout. And some people are losing their spark, and they're losing the passion that drove them into that work in the first place. And it's not okay. It's not okay that the people who are doing the good work in our society to keep us all safe, to look after others, have to sacrifice their lives as well. It's not okay. They shouldn't feel isolated. They shouldn't feel burnt out and exhausted. They should feel safe and supported by us. So, how many of you here have got a job in social care? Any of you? Okay, keep your hand up. How many of you have got a stressful job, something that 24/7 gives you pressure? Okay. How many of you have got a friend that you're worried about, that maybe you're wishing would slow down a little bit and take it easy because they're going to break? More hands went up then. Keep those hands up. And the rest of you, how many of you know that someone that you love or yourself might need social care at some point in the future? Absolutely. Okay, look around. It affects us all. So, that evening, I didn't look at those files. I made a decision. I wanted to find a way that we could do this difficult, responsible work without burning out. So I went and learned, as you heard, NLP, neuroscience, energy techniques, leadership and management. I binged on personal development. And I became a coach so that I could coach other managers to be able to keep going in this world. And what I found was some answers. So I wanted to be Mary Poppins when I was younger. I wanted to have that bag, that toolkit. And what I found was that I was gathering these magic tools together that would really, really help. So what did it take, I hear you ask me? What did it take? Wine. No, it didn't. Although that helped, but it didn't take wine. What I found were three tools that could help us in any situation. And what they were linked to were three misconceptions about burnout. And so this is the Burnout Prevention Toolkit. This is magic. It's without all of this, we're firefighting every day. With this, it means that we can face anything that life throws at us with a smile on our face. Okay, so I'm going to take you through these right now. Would you like to hear them? Yes. Oh, come on. I like a bit of panto and it's nearly Christmas, so would you like to hear them? Yes. Excellent. Okay, so misconception number one is you must be weak if you burn out. That burnout is giving up. That's not true. A wiser belief is that it's human, actually. We're not superheroes. If you're battling on, you're a warrior keeping going, but you do need to put your own needs first. And for your sake, and the sake of those who support, use this tool. The first tool is self. We're getting loads of messages every single day from our bodies and from the world around us about what we need. And often what we need is to slow down and listen to them. So I invite you to, if you've ever done the wet hand dash out of the toilet, instead slow down, pause, breathe, and ask yourself, what do I need? And listen for the answer. The second misconception is burnout's just a lack of capacity. That's not true. It's not about having too much to do and not enough time to do it in. That's only one part of it. We often think that's true, but the truth is there are at least 5 other reasons that we get burnt out. And it's a bit of a jigsaw, as you can see. It's not only personal, it's also professional, and it's also organizational. So it's never simple as one thing, but it's about finding the root cause, because the tool here is to have a strategy in place, the right one for the problem. Loads of strategies. Have a bag load of strategies so that you've got the right ones to tackle the problem. So get into the habit here of asking yourself, without judgment, why? What's at the heart of the burnout? And misconception number 3 is that burnout is about individuals. Now, in my view, it's a team effort. No one can get out of burnout alone. No matter how many times in a day that you pause and breathe, no matter how many strategies that you've got, you cannot do this alone, especially in my sector, because no one can run a residential home on their own. We need people around us. So the tool here is support. And we all need it. We all need it. So identify your needs, find out the root cause, know what you need to do, and then get into the habit of asking for help. This is a superpower. Working together. So there you have it. 3 strategies against burnout. Number 1, self. Number 2, have those strategies. And number 3, support. And this is what I work with on my clients. This is my course, Share the Load. And I design this for people who work too hard and they stay too late because they care so much. So please come and find me on LinkedIn, and thank you very much for listening.